Okay, we're going to start off with this one. So first, step one on all those steps that I had up there is find the roots. So how do you find the roots here? We go y equals to 0. We're going to make y equal to 0. So we're going to make x squared plus 6x plus 8. It actually equals 0. So the roots, or the x-intercepts, is when y equals to 0. That's where our x-intercepts are. Now, how do we do this? We're going to factor. So we're going to create the two brackets and make them equal to 0. Okay, now we've done this before. This is a sum and product. We want to find two numbers that multiply to give us 8 and add to give us 6. So for a sum and product, and all these will be sum and products, we put x here, and it's going to be 4 times 2. 4 times 2, okay, is equal to 8, and 4 plus 2 is 6. Then this bracket, x plus 4 equals 0. And I need a bit more room, so I will just add a bit room here. Just hit enter a few times. Okay. And here, whoops, we'll go x, we'll bring the 4 to the other side, equals 4. Then x plus 2 equals 0. Bring the 2 to the other side, so x equals actually negative 2. And x here is equal to negative 4. Okay, let's go to our graph and graph what we know. Okay, we know that x is negative 4 and x is negative 2. So we're going to go to the graph and we're going to put a dot right here at negative 2 and a dot at negative 4 where the x is. These are our two x-intercepts. Okay, now we do know the y-intercept. For standard form, the number at the end here, the 8, that's our y-intercept. Well, we might as well plot that as well. So our y-intercept is up here. Okay, so see, here's the y-intercept, 8. Down here, the two x-intercepts, which we figured out right here by setting y equal to 0. Okay, and our y-intercept is here, and our x-intercepts are there. Okay, so our graph is probably going to look like this and come back up. Well, the axis of symmetry, I'm going to use a different color, is halfway between these two. So using a different color here, maybe I'll draw an actual line here. Nice big thick line, sure. Okay, I'm going to draw a line right here. It's right down the middle. This is my axis of symmetry. It's halfway between these. Okay, I'll label that. I can see it's halfway between those, so it's x equal to negative 3. Just by looking at it, it's x equaling to negative 3. Okay, that's my axis of symmetry. It has to be halfway between the roots. So we've got that. You can draw a thinner line, don't have to make it this thick. Okay, mathematically to find that, okay, average the roots. So what does that mean? Well, to average your roots, you add one plus the other, divide by 2. Okay, that's the average of two numbers. Add them up and divide by 2. So to find, so this is going to be our p, okay, our p value, our axis of symmetry. Okay, it's going to be negative 4, just the average of them, plus negative 2 over 2. Okay, and now, we should make this a little bit longer here. We're going to have p, let's write this in, p equals negative 4 plus negative 2 is negative 6 over 2, so p is negative 3. Okay, we could have looked at the graph. Look, we knew it was negative 3 on the graph. See, right here. We could have looked at the graph and got it. Here's how you do it mathematically. You take the two x-intercepts, you add them, and you divide by 2. Now, how do you get the other? This is the p part of the vertex. To get the q, we're going to insert this p into the equation. Into the first equation here, y equals x squared plus 6x plus 8. So y equals 6 squared. Y equals x squared plus 6x plus 8. Let's make sure I copied that correctly. Okay, 6x plus 8, 6x plus 8. We're going to put negative 3 in here. And then you can just go to your calculator. I might just do all the works. Okay, minus 3 plus 8. Now, you can just punch that into the calculator and get an answer. Okay, I'll show the work. You don't have to. You can just punch it. Okay, minus 18 plus 8. And when you add this up, so 9 minus 18 is negative 9, becomes negative 1. Okay, so my P, comma Q, my vertex, okay, X, so P is 3, negative 3 up here. Okay, and my Q is -1. So that's my vertex. So we'll go back to the graph. Okay, -3, 1, so it's right here. So my vertex is right over here. Okay, it's -3, -1. Okay. Now, how do I graph it? We'll need our A. So I'll just write it here, A. A is the number in front of the x squared. So if I go back to the equation, well, there's nothing in front. That means A is 1. It's in front of right here, in front of the x squared, 1. So my A is 1. My standard step pattern is just 1, 3, 5, ... So here I'll do it with the mouse here. I go over 1, up 1, over 1, 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Let's make sure I'm on my pen mode and that. So over 1, up 1, over 1, 1, 2, 3. I put a dot. Over 1, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's my y-intercept. Perfect. Over 1, up 1. Over 1, 1, 2, 3 up. Over 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. There it is. I'm going to try my best graph here with this pen. I'm going to come through here, curl around here, come up, and through there, put my arrows. Only one graph on here, so I don't have to label it. But I'm so used to labeling it, I'll put y equals x squared plus 6x plus 8 as my graph. Okay, and my graph looks right here. Okay, let's go to the software. So let's see how it looks on the software. So we're going to type in y equals x squared down here plus 6x plus 8. See if we got it right. Okay, there it is. 1 here, 1 over. Yep. 1 here, 3 over. 1 here, and all the way up to the 8. Looks like we drew that one correctly. Okay, on the next video, I'll do 2. Maybe I'll just do 1 video at a time, and they'll be short. You can try 2 before I do it, and then you can play the next video. So I'll just probably end up having 4 smaller videos in this one.